Public education, an essential factor for significant impact, growth, and development of Ghana. The third edition of the National Core Subjects Quiz is powered by Verbal Transformers. The headline sponsor is RMG Ghana Limited, and the gold sponsor is Big Stationery Ghana. Our supporting media partner is Hot FM 93.9. For updates on the National Core Subjects Quiz, follow us on all social media platforms. You'll find us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and on YouTube. Just search for the National Core Subjects Quiz, like our pages, follow and subscribe. You'll be able to see videos, pictures, and any other information in relation to the National Core Subjects Quiz, right from when we started up until now. Today, and for this contest, we have the round of 16 stage. So far, we've had Mystical Rose Academy, New Order Preparatory School, Bediako Memorial Institute, Mankobi EP Basic School, Greenfield Junior High School, University Junior High School, Cape Coast, and Star of Sumu Schools, who have qualified to the quarter-final stage of the National Core Subjects Quiz. And for this contest, we have UNIT'L International School and DAYSPRING Montessori School, who will also compete, and the winner will join the other schools I earlier mentioned to the quarter-final stage. UNIT'L International School is a school we met this year. They came on strong from their preliminary stage, and they are here with us now. They performed very well, so they had a chance to come here and be with us again. And for DAYSPRING Montessori School, they are the defending champions for the National Core Subjects Quiz. They are back again this year. And the question remains, will they take home the trophy once again, or will they give it to another school? I'd like to hear from the contestants. Are you taking home the trophy, DAYSPRING?
It's God on our side, hopefully we'll win it.
Hopefully. Okay, thank you very much. So before we begin today's contest, I'd like our contestants to introduce themselves. I'll begin with UNIT'L International School.
I am Inshira
And I'm Nazir.
Inshira and Nazir from UNIT'L International School. Thank you. And from DAYSPRING, we have...
My name is Elikem.
I'm Jessica Thompson.
Elikem and Jessica from DAYSPRING. And I am Na Ayikaide Table, your quiz mistress. For today's contest, there will be 4 rounds. Round 1 will have questions on English language and social studies. Round 2 will have questions on general knowledge. Round 3 will have a swift response and odd select. Round 4, our final round, will have a logical illustration and our verbal puzzles. Contestants, for a major question, you have 15 seconds to provide an answer. Within the 15 seconds, you have 3 attempts unless otherwise stated. For a bonus, you have 5 seconds and 1 attempt. I believe that's clear. Okay? So we begin. Round 1. To both schools, please listen. I'm going to read out a sentence. After reading the sentence, I'll give you a verb. You have to complete the sentence with the right form of the verb. Do we understand? So I'll begin with Unique Child International. I can go to the cinema now because I dashed with my assignment. Your verb is complete.
Have completed.
Have completed, that's right. DAYSPRING. The prefect made her dash the entire compound. Your verb is weed.
Weed.
Weed, that's right. Unique child. The young lady was asked dash to the bus stop. Your verb is walk.
To walk.
To walk, that's right. DAYSPRING. She decided dash after midnight. Your verb is study.
To study.
To study, that's correct. Unique Child International, your question. In Ghana, which government institution serves as a link between the central government and the district level?
The district assembly.
No.
The police.
No. A bonus to DAYSPRING Montessori.
Regional Coordinating Council.
The Regional Coordinating Council. Your major question, DAYSPRING. A sub-governmental unit established by the central government through an act of parliament to administer a local area is?
The District Assembly.
That's correct. Unique Child International. Working together with others to achieve a common objective is called?
Cooperation.
Cooperation, that's right. DAYSPRING. What form of cooperation exists between Ghana and ECOWAS?
Multilateral.
No.
Economic.
Economic cooperation. This brings us to the end of round one. At the end of round one, Unique Child International School had 9 points. And DAYSPRING Montessori School had 13 points. We move on to round two, that's questions on general knowledge. We'll begin with DAYSPRING. An area that is not less than 1 hectare and is 60 meters wide is known as?
A plot.
No.
A yard.
No. A bonus to Unique Child.
An acre.
No. The answer is a watershed. A watershed. Unique Child, your question. The resulting high surface temperature due to the accumulation of carbon dioxide is referred to as?
Global warming.
Global warming, that's right. DAYSPRING. The breaking of white light into all the colors of the visible spectrum is?
Dispersion of light.
No.
Refraction of light.
Refraction of light. Unique Child. What can be used to measure forces?
Spring bands.
No. A bonus to DAYSPRING.
A force meter.
A force meter, that's right. DAYSPRING, your major question. The direction or position in relation to a fixed point measured in degrees is known as
Bearing.
bearing, that's correct. Unique child. The symbol usually placed at one corner of a map, which shows the 4 cardinal points, is
Compass.
I'll give it to you. DAYSPRING. Any line which divides the globe into 2 equal halves is called
An equator.
no.
Longitude.
No. You have 1 more attempt.
A Greenwich meridian.
No. You've used up your 3 attempts. A bonus to unique child.
Latitude.
No. The answer is a great circle. A great circle. Unique child. Ghana lies between which latitudes?
11 degrees north and 5 degrees north.
That's correct. This brings us to the end of round 2. We move on to round 3. Round 3 is in 2 parts. We have the odd select and the swift response. We'll begin with swift response. Contestants, for this you have 10 seconds to solve and provide your answer. For a bonus, you have only 3 seconds. I hope that's clear. So this is a preamble to both schools. What is the mass number of an element? What is the mass number of an element? Unique child. With neutron number 18 and electronic configuration 285.
$33.
33, that's correct. DAYSPRING with the same preamble, with electronic configuration 26 and neutron number 23.
31.
31, that's right. This is another preamble to both schools. Please listen. Sir Joshua divided 380 big pens among 3 contestants in the ratio 1:4:5. Unique child. How many big pens did the one who had the highest receive? $190, that's correct. DAYSPRING with the same preamble. How many big pens did the one whose ratio was 4 receive?
142.
Come again.
142.
152.
152. Unique child. Find the prime factorization of 140.
2 to the power 2 times 5 times 7.
That's correct. DAYSPRING. The point A, vector 3, 4, is translated by the vector 3, -2 to a new position. Find the coordinates of the image.
62.
6, 2, that's right. We move on to the odd select. Contestants, for this, I'm going to read out a set of words. You have to pick out the odd one and tell me the reason why it's odd. If you're able to give me the odd one out and the reason, you have your full point. But if you give me just the odd one out, you have 1 point. UNIT'L International. These are your words. Gambia, James, Coco, Lusaka.
James. Because all the others are countries.
No. A bonus to DAYSPRING.
James. Because it's the name of the person.
No. The answer is Coco, because it's not a proper noun. Gambia, James, and Lusaka are proper nouns. DAYSPRING, these are your words. Luanda, Porto Novo, Cape Coast, Banjul.
Cape Coast, because it's not a capital.
I'll give it to you. This brings us to the end of round 3. At the end of round 3, UNIT'L International School had 9 points. And DAYSPRING Montessori had 12 points. We move on to the final round for today's contest. The final round for today is in 2 parts. We have our logical illustration and our verbal puzzle. We'll begin with the logical illustration. Contestants, I'll give you today's illustration. I'll read it out, then I'll ask you to start. You have 5 minutes. Please don't start until I ask you to. Are we clear? So come for today's illustration. Today's logical illustration. 1. Factorize completely. A cubed, or A raised to the power 3, minus 16ab squared. 2. Provide a detailed structure of the local government system in Ghana. Are we on the same page, contestants? Do we have the same thing? You have 5 minutes, you can start. Contestants, you have a minute more. Time is up. Please hand me your answers. Contestants, please present your answers on the board, just as you have it on paper. For today's logical illustration, this is my solution. Factorizing completely a cubed minus 16ab squared. Bringing out the common factor, we'll have A into brackets A squared minus 16B squared. Now we still have complete squares there, so we'll have A, then in brackets A squared minus 4B in a bracket raised to the power 2. And our final answer will be A and then A plus 4B in a bracket, and in another bracket A minus 4B. For the detailed structure of the local government system in Ghana, first of all, we have the metropolitan, the municipal, and the district assembly, the 3 units at the top. Coming down, for the metropolitan, we have the sub-metropolitan district council, then it's linked down to the town council, and finally to the unit committee. For the municipal, it's linked down to the zonal council, then from the zonal council down to the unit committee. For the district assembly, it's also linked down to the urban or town or area councils, and this is linked to the unit committee. So we are going to have the metropolitan, municipal, and district assemblies at the top. Coming down, we'll have the sub-metropolitan district council. For the municipal, we won't have anything there. For the district assembly, we won't have anything there. Coming down again, for all 3, we are going to have the town councils beneath the sub-metropolitan district assembly. That's where we'll have the town councils. Then beneath the municipal, on the same line as the town councils, we are going to have the zonal councils. And for the district assembly, still on the same line with the town councils and the zonal councils, we are going to have our urban or town or area councils. All these 3 will be linked down to the unit committee. DAYSPRING Montessori International School. They began with the first part of the question. For their solution, they have A, and in brackets, A squared minus 4B. And their final answer is A in brackets, A squared minus 4B squared. This is incorrect, so they don't score any points for the first part of the question. For the detailed structure of the local government system in Ghana, I give them the mark for stating the Metropolitan Assembly, the Municipal Assembly, and the District Assembly. However, they lose the mark when they come down and say we have the Area Committee. That's incorrect. They further come down and say we have the Town Council and the Zonal Councils. I don't give them the mark for that as well. And they end with the Unit Committee. I'll give them the mark for that. They also continue to give me the definition of a district, which is not really needed. So in total for DAYSPRING Montessori International School, they have 4 points. Unique Child International School. They also began with the first part of the question. So for their solution, they have A, and then in brackets, A squared minus 16B squared. And they move straight to their final answer, where they have A, and in one bracket, A minus 4B, and another bracket, A plus 4B. So I give them the mark for the final answer as well, but they missed one step where they were to give where they had the perfect square, and they would have continued to factorize more. So they would have had A, and in brackets, A squared minus 4B in brackets raised to the power 2 or squared. So for the first part of the question, they have 2 points. For the second part of the question, they also have the Municipal Assembly, the Metropolitan Assembly, and the Ordinary District Assembly. So I'll give them a point each for stating those 3. They come down, for the Municipal Assembly, they come down to the constituency and then to the electoral area. That's incorrect. And for the Metropolitan Assembly, they come down to Accra, Masita, I won't give them a mark for that. And for the Ordinary District Assembly, they come down to the Town Council, they get a mark for that. And they end with the units committee. I'll give them another mark for that as well. So for Unique Child International School, they have 7 points in total. We move on to the final part of round 4. Our verbal puzzles. Contestants, for this, when you're ready to give me your answer, you need to alert me by pressing your bell. Can we hear the bell for Unique Child International School? And for DAYSPRING Montessori? Okay. I'll read out a set of clues. If you get the answer right on the first clue, you have 5 points. On the second clue, you have 4 points. And on the third and any other clue, you have 3 points. When you press your bell, and the answer you give me is incorrect, that's it. You can't answer anymore for that particular verbal puzzle. So it means you'll be out. Is that clear? So we begin. I am a non-living substance. I contain calcium salts. Without me, it becomes very difficult for the tooth to withstand pressure when chewing. Also, I protect it from bacteria. Since I am the hardest tissue, I protect the pulp cavity. Yes, Unique Child.
Enamel.
Enamel, that's right. The answer after the third clue, they have 3 points. There was a final clue left. I'll read it and we move on. I am also the most outer layer of the crown, and I am the enamel. The next verbal puzzle. I am made up of 2 words. In the area of grammar, I am a punctuation. When you want to express strong feelings, you use me. Yes.
Exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. They answered on the third clue, they have 3 points. I'll continue reading the third clue. These are the clues. 1. I am made up of 2 words. 2. In the area of grammar, I am a punctuation. 3. When you want to express strong feelings, you use me. So I continue. Also, when you feel like shouting in your piece of writing, just search for me. I come after an interjection or exclamation, and I am the exclamation mark. Our final verbal puzzle. I was born in the 19th century at Cape Coast. I studied law at Lincoln's Inn, and I was called to the bar in 1887. I am known for my contributions to education in Ghana.
John Mensah Saba.
John Mensah Saba. The answer of the third clue, they have 3 points. I'll read out the rest of the clues. I played an active role in the establishment of the first secondary school in Ghana. I am named after a hall in the University of Ghana. I am John Mensah Saba. This brings us to the end of round 4. The 3rd edition of the National Core Subjects Quiz is powered by Verbal Transformers. The headline sponsor is RMG Ghana Limited, and the gold sponsor is Big Stationery Ghana. At the end of round 4, DAYSPRING Montessori International School had 7 points. And Unique Child International School had 13 points. final words for us today. I'll begin with INT'L International.
It has been an amazing competition.
Thank you. And DAYSPRING, let's hear your final words for us today.
I'd like to say thank you for everybody who has come here. It was a good competition.
Thank you very much. At the end of today's contest, congratulations to both schools. We are glad you were here with us this year. To INT'L International School, thank you for coming. We hope to see you again next year. And to DAYSPRING Montesssori International School, congratulations. You are the final school to join the other schools for the quarter-final stage. So we'll see you again next week. Thank you very much. My name is Na Ayikaile Tebo, and I have been your quiz mistress. Thank you.